Devo and Ricky. Hey, Ricky, I'm Bob Holt, Arkansas Democrat. Is that nice to see you? We just got the news about you guys going on the foreign tour later this summer. What's your reaction to that, and how do you think it'll benefit the team in terms of extra practices, bonding on the road, getting to play somebody, even though you're probably a lot better than those teams you play over there? Maybe, Devo, you could take that than Ricky.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun, knowing that we're going overseas to play basketball. And like you said, build chemistry. I think it'll help the team out a lot off court, knowing that we're going to be together for quite a time outside of the facilities here. So I think that'll help us bond more for sure, off and on the court.
Yeah, Ricky, did you ever do anything like that at Wichita?
No, I didn't. I was supposed to go my first year, then COVID messed that up. So, but I would say it would help us bond a lot. I honestly feel like we're already close, but it would definitely help us bond more.
Scott?
Yeah, Coach was just saying that you guys haven't done just a whole lot of 5-on-5 work, but he said that right now it's really hard to score on you guys, and he said you guys have a potential to look different at the rim than maybe in years past. What have you guys taken from maybe the shot blocking and how difficult it's been to maybe score in the lane?
Nah, it is. It's really hard to score. Just knowing that every guy on our team now is very competitive, wants to defend and knows how to defend, especially with the tips and things we've been going through and the few practices we've had. I think once the season starts, it's going to be hard for other teams to score on us as well. So just knowing that we know each other, like how we move, how we play, off the times we've been practicing together, it's been really tough scoring at the rim. People have to make tough shots. We got to finish around the rim different ways because we got a lot of length in there now, and I think that'll help us out for sure and tremendously when the season starts.
Yeah, piggybacking on Devo, like this team is very long at every position, 1 through 5. So putting pressure on the ball, that's even hard for the point guard to get the ball at the court, and then scoring at the rim, that's hard as well. So it's going to be scary this season.
Devo, you're the veteran. You're in year 3. Now, you've been on back-to-back Elite 8 teams. You saw what it took to advance and do that. What do you see in the makeup of this team? What's different? Maybe what gives you an edge to maybe get back there or further?
Yeah, I talked to Coach Musk this morning about that. He asked me how I feel, and I told him, I said, this might be the most talented team we have in the last two years, you know what I mean? Just knowing that we got some young guys that came in highly recruited, and we know that the potential is there, you know what I mean? And all that takes after that is just work, which everyone's been putting in, you know what I mean? So besides that, I know that whoever we play against is going to be really, really hard to beat us, just knowing that the versatility we have on the offense and the defensive end.
Ricky, I want to ask you, as you know, one of 11 newcomers this year, have you ever been in a basketball scenario where nearly 90% or so of the roster is brand new? And your thoughts on the team so far?
Actually, coming in my first year at Wichita State, it was kind of like this. There's a bunch of newcomers, so I could say that. And what was the second question?
Just what are your thoughts and impressions of the team so far through early work?
Oh yeah, I really like it. It's a good group of guys off the court as well. Fun to play with and very competitive. So that's what I like, for sure.
Yeah, Ricky, Eric Musselman was just in there saying that in all his years of coaching, NBA included, he's never had a guy run the floor on a 5-on-0 drill like you have, run so hard from the wing. Is that just the way you grew up playing, or do you realize, I don't know, just what do you think about Eric saying that about you?
I mean, it's just my focus, run the wing this year. I know they like to play fast, so if I run the wing like that every time, they're going to find me. So I'm just focused on it now so it can just carry over in the season.
Devo, I know, there's some older guys like Ricky, but they're either freshmen or transfers. You and Kamani, you're by far the most experienced guy. I know you've been a leader before, but just sort of what role do you take with this team with 11 newcomers, and you're sort of the one, constant here in the program in recent years?
Yeah, like you said, taking over the leadership role, that's one big focus, you know what I mean? Everything else on court will just work itself out with all the work that I put in. So, yeah, just knowing that we got guys like Ricky, the twins coming in, got Jalen Graham, then all the freshmen coming in. they need to learn the system really fast, knowing that we have a game coming up in probably 6 weeks, something like that. And so just knowing that we got all these new guys coming in, they need to learn the system. And so I put myself in a position to lead them and make sure that they piggyback on everything I do, such as, like Ricky said, running the floor hard. All the small things, get on the floor for loose balls, things like that Coach Mills don't have to say because I let them guys know, So I think that's something that I've really picked up on, and then everything else is just work itself out with the team.
It's kind of a two-parter. Who has impressed you guys as rim protectors? And then secondly, thoughts on Trevin and what he's brought so far?
Yeah, Trevin for sure. And then you got Makai, he's really good around the rim, blocking shots. You just have to work your way around them, you know what I mean, just because they're so long and lanky. And so I think those two guys, Trevin and Makai Mitchell, is the two guys that affect me a little bit when I go inside and try to score around the rim. So besides those two, everyone else has been holding their own as well, though.
I agree. Trevin, he's done the first day of practice. He blocked my shot out to the three-point line. I'm not really used to that. I think he blocked me the other day too. So him and Makai as well.
Devo, I've got to ask you about the 501 connection. Nick Smith Jr., he's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
Seen you guys battle. Talk about the dynamic so far being on the floor with him and some of your observations.
Just knowing, like you said, we've been playing together and against each other since we were small, and we're from the same spot, Jacksonville. So it's been fun. He's been with me off the court since he's been down here. On the court, we're working out together sometimes. So it's been fun knowing that a lot of people have high expectations for us, knowing where we come from and how we, I guess, come about when it comes to being on the basketball court together. I think it'd be fun for the crowd and for everyone knowing that we come from Jacksonville. It's special. It's going to be special for sure.
And you won a dunk contest at a red-white game when you were a freshman. Mm-hmm. Can you do that again, or is there a little more competition this time?
Nah, I'm good. I might retire from the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? You got Ricky. You got Nick. You got Jordan Wash. All them guys. I ain't got no chance this year, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Just stay 1 for 1. You know what I mean?
Anthony Black, I guess he's only practiced with you guys one day. I don't know if you got to watch any of the streaming of him playing down in Mexico, but what do you think he could bring to the table? I guess what was your initial impression of him at practice, and the fact that he played some real games down in Mexico?
I think he played really good. I seen clips of him on Twitter a lot of him running the floor really hard, getting rebounds and things like that. I think he led the team in rebounders, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we need those type of guards for sure. He's long. He can play defense, see the floor really well, and I think that's something that we really need, knowing that you got like Nick. He's a combo guard, so he can play the one sometimes, but I would rather him play off the ball, And then just knowing that everyone wants to play defense like Anthony, and he plays really good defense. He's 6'6", lanky, and so I think that'll help the team out really well.
It seems like he just fills up the box score.
Mm-hmm.
He does everything.
Yeah, I seen that. Like I said, I've seen him rebound the ball without it being any effort into it. So I think he'll help us out on the rebounding end for sure.
Ricky, you got any thoughts on him?
Yeah, just a pure PG at about 6'7", 6'8". He's pretty tall. Sees the floor really well. He made some good passes yesterday, and athletic, rebound, all that. So being a versatile point guard is very good.
Devo, what about you, man? Like, where are you trying to grow your game, develop it, maybe over last season? What are your summer focuses?
Like I said, leading for sure, but I think I can tell you that I have been shooting the ball pretty well and also been making plays for my teammates, you know what I mean? Running more of the point guard position this year. With me playing off the ball my first 2 years, being on the ball this year has helped me out, you know what I mean? Knowing that I can make plays for others like I've always been doing since I've been in high school. And so, I mean, I just feel like I'm getting back to myself playing a point guard position and being able to make plays for others and also myself.
Yeah, Devo, I guess you're the only guy, and there've been a lot of roster turnover at Baylor and Arkansas, but you're one guy that played in that Elite Eight game. You had a pretty good game, as I recall. Just what are your thoughts about playing Baylor?
It's just another game. This is a whole new year, you know what I mean? And we look back at it, all we won. We had a really good run with that team, but I think this year it's going to be totally different. When we just looking to come out with the win, you know what I mean?
And then the SEC, obviously, with the portal guys are moving around. You're going to be playing KK's team a couple times. You guys play the Aggies, and then, of course, you played Missouri last year, and you played Trayvon. So what's it like having a guy as a teammate that you played against, and then a guy who was a teammate that you're going to be playing against, this season? What's all that like? I know you played Ethan last year too, obviously.
Nah, that's how college is evolving into, and just knowing how the portal works now. So like I said, we're just gonna go out there and play basketball, you know what I mean, and come out with the win. That's what we worried about, winning the basketball game. I mean, it'll be fun, seeing our past players we played with, and also players that came from other schools that's playing with us now. So I mean, we're just playing basketball, and like you said, you brought Trayvon up. We've been building really good and close relationships. So I mean, it's just basketball, you know what I mean.
Yeah, Ricky, just is Arkansas, in the experience that you've had to this point, kind of what you expected? Has it exceeded expectations, or just how's your experience been to this point?
I'd definitely say exceed. Don't have really much comments after that, but I'll say exceeds.
Do you want to say in what way? Maybe the facilities, or just in what ways it exceeded expectations?
Everything.
I don't know. How well did you know Trey Wade, and did he? What influence did he maybe have in helping you make a decision to come to Arkansas?
Me and Trey was really close. My first year at Wichita State, he was a real leader. We had a really good year that year. Made it to the first four, lost. Then obviously he came here, and we was talking all year. I was actually watching him play all year. And then when it came down to it, when I hit the portal, he would just give me advice, telling me what I would be getting into, and it definitely played a role. I also talked to our DC, and yeah.
And then you're obviously an older guy. I guess you're older than Devo, at least experience-wise. But Devo's kind of the man here because he's been here 3 seasons, which I don't know, Devo, you can probably count on a couple of hands how many guys have been at a school for 3 years the way things are now. But what have you thought about Devo and his leadership? And can an older guy like you, it's obviously already done a lot of things, can you sort of take things from Devo because he's a veteran here at this program?
Of course. I'm really impressed with Devo so far, his leadership on the court and off. I ask him a lot of questions because I'm new here, so he's leading me, and then I'm leading the younger guys, so it's kind of just like a train track. So
I've got one for Devo. Devo, you've capped and punctuated some games with some memorable moments that went viral on social media. You got anything up your sleeve this year? Can you top some of the stuff that's made it out there?
I can say, I think my freshman year, I called some of them, you know what I mean? Like, I knew it was going to happen. Last year, I ain't called any of them. It just happened. So this year, I'm just going to let it happen, you know what I mean? And it might not be me this year. It might be somebody else. You never know. But we're going to have fun for sure. I know that.
Yeah, Devo, just what are your impressions of Ricky in practices, and then Jalen and what he can bring to the roster?
Ricky, I ain't gonna lie. I seen a video of Ricky. I wasn't even here. I was still at home, and Ricky and them had just got down here. And they was all in the gym, and I seen a video of Ricky dunk, and his head was over the rim. And I was like, hold on now, the goal low or something. And I was like, that's crazy. And so when I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a real good team. You know what I mean? Just seeing a little 5-second video. But no, Ricky has really impressed me. Just knowing like him coming from Wichita State and transferring here and understanding the system and learning things really fast and as quick as he is. Even in the weight room, he said that they didn't do that down at Wichita State like we're doing it here. So it's kind of new to him, but he's learning really fast, and you can tell that he's mentally ready for what's next. You know what I mean? And like you said, Jalen Graham, he's been in positions where he had to fight through adversity. It may be in the weight room or in practice, but he got through it. You know what I mean? He asked questions, and then he's making sure that he's doing the right things so that he's able to get on the court.